I'm about to show you a strategy that is 72% on its win rate and made 13,000 USD in 1 month of trading. Let's get into it. We're only gonna take long setups when price is at, near, or below yesterday's daily low. And the reverse for a short, we will only go short when price is up, at, near, or above yesterday's daily high. Which candlestick formation will we look for? Currently, I'm going to keep it very simple. I'm going to test the first reaction. It could look like this, or it could look like many others, but it needs to be a green one. You're going to see me skip things that I know as a trader I will not take. As in, if this was like a doji, I'm not taking it. If it was a green candle with a huge wick on the top of selling pressure, I'm not taking it. And you can watch me through this video, we'll skip them. You might think I cherry picked the start date. I absolutely did not. My data is from April to November, and I haven't updated November to December. So we're going to see, I don't know, this could be a horrible video. I'm going to backtest and see how it does. First trade, November 4th. Here we go. Color change. This one happened to be a winner's. If you start to collect too much data, it becomes quite the nuisance, actually. Okay, so we put 5.4. This is going to help me. So if I track a whole month and I realize that most of them went to 2R, I need to upgrade to a 2R play. Okay. Here we go. Okay. This is where it's going to get a little bit tricky. When I said near, what is near? How close is near? Obviously, this is kind of in the middle. We could make a rule if it has a retracement of, say, 75%. Okay, so if it's 75%, closer to the high than the low, we will do that. We'll take that one. Okay, so far, all we have is C change, and that's 1.4. Okay. Number 5, $100, 1.4 CC. Okay. I hope this is making sense. Okay. November 7th. Here we go. What do we got? Okay. You're waking up. 6:30 is my number. 6:30 to 7:30. That's my time frame. Before or after, I just got to skip. I can make a note of them. But, right, like that's pretty nice. Okay. What do we got here? Power tower. Perfect. Okay. So we got 2R on that. That's exciting. Now, if it's exactly 2R, you got to know that there's a chance you wouldn't have got filled. This was my original file tracking this. Look at the dates. There's no way I'd whip this up just for a YouTube video. Okay, look at this. November 4th, I stopped. Okay? So then I just made another file just to get a little more focused. And wow, this is freaking insane. Okay. This is awesome. What was it? That is not an engulf. Call that the PT. For me, an engulf, it has to close lower. Just in my own translation. What's an engulfing candle? Like, who's to say what's an engulfing candle? Okay, so that's what it means in my books. Why could we go short? We're above yesterday's daily high. That's this red line, okay? Pretty crazy. What else? Okay. Okay, there's nothing here. Nothing here. This is the first time you're close to it. So, let's talk about this because you need some facts. I don't think this looks close, but let's use the fibs and just see if they say we're correct. So, it is in 70% of the range. Isn't that interesting? Or 78. I'm using this figure. Very cool. So in that case, I'd be allowed to take this. Normally, I require a red then green, but in this case of a John Wick, that's beautiful. So you got a 2.05, or again, it depends. Where's your stop? Where's your stop right there? 1 point, yeah, like honestly, dude, realistically 1.95. Okay, we're obviously way above yesterday's high. This is a loss. I don't have to test this. The reason I'm doing this is just to check the R's to see how far it went. It'll give me a clue if I could maybe go break even. Keep it going. Okay, so we got a color change here. This is again, is it the prettiest candle? No. I'm going to record it. Mixed emotions there. CC. Okay, but look, you got to do your best. Like, backtesting can never be perfect. You just have to make your best idea of what you think you would take. And that's why you can't take the backtesting as facts. Oops, let's go the other way. Did I go here to here? No, wait, what am I trying to do here? I'm trying to see if this is close enough. I'm trying to see if I'm allowed to take the trade. Was it within the... Yo, guys, why am I like super dyslexic right now? From here to there. Yeah, you get, so price is right at the 78 from yesterday's. So I'm allowed to take this one. Okay, that could be my new rule. Okay, so what did we get? I already know it's a winner, but what did we get? 1.6. Good stuff. Ooh, another one. 2 days in a row. It's fun to have that. 1.6. These freak me out sometimes when they're so big that it gave up the rest of the move. But you gotta put some facts in your backtesting, like, oh guys, freaking rights, here we go. See, we're on a bit of a run. Strategy's on a bit of a run here. Tweezer. 5.8. Imagine you gave up over here. Look at this. You just gave up. Like, yeah, the strategy's broken. Dude, just give it a moment. We're currently at 66%. Ooh, this has to be a holiday. When's Thanksgiving? Okay, so this is a holiday. We do not take that. Look at this trash. Okay, you don't do that. The day after, oh man, I feel like that can be trash too, but it's not a holiday. I'm gonna take it. This one right here sucks. Look at this. You got a double play, but I'm not tracking both. You could have took a win, win, win. Okay, so December 1st. That's a nice win too. That's a nice win. That's a freaking nice win. 4R. Okay, that is a nice win there. Okay, and just for fun, I want to see, was this... Oh my gosh, guys, I'm never going to get this right. It's the opposite side. So yeah, look, it did make it to that 78% mark. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. Whoo, baby. Okay. This is hard to watch. I'm going to record this as a loss. That sucks. That's beautiful. Okay, but what are you going to do? You can not record that as a win. Like, you have to take your loss. And unless you're going to take a second trade every day, that it is what it is. You're not taking this, okay? Your data will be skewed, but that is a beautiful reaction. If I get spooked one day live and I don't take this, to know that maybe this could be taken, right? So that is sweet. Okay, what do we got here? Right there, that's a loss. This one's nice. Oh, really? It went down there. Yeah, so 3R. We're going to call that a 3R. That's not a good looking candle. Okay, I've seen this where some data feeds will show that as a green candle, and I would never take a short on a green candle. So far, I've been very honest with my data, so I want to give myself some room there. CC. Okay, what else we got here? Keep going. Let's crank this out, and we should know by the end of this if this is a valid strategy whatsoever. Okay. What we got? Yep. 1.4. We got a JW. That's a nice JW. Like, it's got room to the left. It's not like in a cluster. And it's got room to the upside. Does that make sense? Okay. Oh, here comes the test. Watch this, watch this, watch this. I think this is going to be disqualified. Because watch this. From the opposite side down. This did not meet the qualifications. It's got to be up here. This one did. Oh, funny guy. So you got 1.5. Nope, it didn't hit your stop. So really, holy Hannah. 5.85. Okay, guys, we're going for a tear. Look at that, man. Another one. Boom. I love when you get on a winning streak. Okay. Let's analyze some data. If you watched this whole video, I was as authentic as I could be on the data. Okay? I didn't fudge anything. From November 4th to December 18th. 8%. 8%. I know traders can be like, oh, that's not very good. Dude, shut your face. Investors will make that in 12 months. They might lose money on a bad year, okay? So that's incredible. That is $16,000 on a 200K. Hey, how was your month? Oh, I made $8,000. Dude, on the side? You made $8,000 on the side? Yeah, made $8,000 on the side, okay? Does that make sense? Because this represents 1% up or down. If it was a 200K account, how much would that be? 1%, $2,000. Okay. Did you ever blow the account? No, the worst drawdown was 4. The worst drawdown was 4%. Let's see if we can play with this data and find a way to tweak the numbers. Now, this doesn't mean every month this is going to work, but here's what I do. Ready? Watch this. You see what we're doing? We're adding all the ones that made 2R. Isn't this hilarious? Just the way the numbers flukily played out. 1R, 2R, 3R, 4R. There's no going to break even or nothing. So you go, okay, 4R is the most profitable. Let's do that. That's 10% a month. What's the drawdown? 3% drawdown. So then 5% drawdown. What about this? Is 6% drawdown. So 6% drawdown was the worst. Okay, 6% drawdown on the 2. But see, do you want to show up for this? Holy crap, that would suck. Although you go into it just assuming you're going to lose, so it's kind of cool. Drawdown on the 3R. 6%. What about right there? 6%. Drawdown was 6% on that one. 2R was the worst. And you had a 6% drawdown. 2R was crap. Okay. So the worst drawdown on these were 6%. The worst drawdown on the 1-to-1. So this is 1R. Okay. Worst drawdown was 4%. And remember, this drawdown is only if I'm assuming you took it fresh. Your drawdown's not 6%. Well, it is if it's a trailing drawdown. So you're up 4% and then you lost 6. But I'm assuming you start the account today. Would you blow it? Okay. And if the market conditions change and things aren't going as far, maybe this all changes. So I know this is a long video, but this helps. This is the only way you know how to make decisions in live trading, unless you're just guessing. Okay. So on a 1-to-1R, it's a 63% win rate. You're telling me I can average 4% a month? Okay, sorry, it's not quite 4% because 4% I'd have to cut this off at the 4th. So you only made 3% that month. Wait a minute. Sorry, I did this wrong. 8%, that's 8% over how many days? 8% over a 33 count. Holy crap. 8 divided by... give me a sec here. So it would be 8 divided by 33. Okay, so you made 0.25% a day times there's 20 trading days a month. So it averaged 4.8% a month. Holy frick, that is awesome. Okay, so you can clean this up a little bit. What I do is I hide these. Man, if someone sticked around to this and they're new to backtesting, this could be gold for you. Okay, let's just do a little more analyzing. What would happen if we got rid of some stuff? Let me explain. Watch this. Let's get rid of all the ones that said bad wick on top. Dude, I'm not kidding. Watch what happens to the win rate right here. 63%. 70. Now, you say, what's a bad wick? That's subjective. I agree. It is subjective. But I don't know what to tell you. This one was CC mixed. Let's get rid of that one because that was a winner. But hey, if you're going to take away all the ones that you're not sure about, great. This is all a confident color change. Really confident because it engulfed it. It closed lower than the other one. John Wick. John Wick's did really good. Power Towers did good. So that's a strong color change. This was like, it just can't be super weak. Tweezers seem to not really matter. Tweezer is still a color change. It's just I added a layer. Oh, here's called CC bad. I did weak, but what's the difference? So, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna lie. It's actually blowing my mind right now. This is blowing my mind. If you stuck around this far, so then put this back to normal. So now this is back in order. In November, you got how many trades? You got no, not some. You got 16 trading days. You only had 4 days with no trades. December, I mean, dude, this is... I'm going to end this video now. 1-to-1 R. This is crazy. Actually, hold on a minute. Let's go reopen these. What's the drawdown now? Is it the same? Drawdown 6%. Okay, it's the same. Nothing changed just by fluke. Nothing changed. 6%. That's insane. Okay. I'm going to end it here. There's some good data here. I'm a new trader. I don't know where to start. Right freaking here. I'm going to do a recap. I know it's going to be a long video. If price, I only trade from 6:30 PST to 7:30 PST, okay? That's it. Why? I got a day job. I got things to get to. I can't sit here and trade every day. It's just right in the morning, okay? 6:30 a.m. PST, New York Open. You could get into ICT, flip things on your head. I'm going to wait for a high and a low, and then the market's going to spin around and dance on its head, and then I'll take a long. That thing stresses me out, man. I hate strategies like that. For me, if someone's making money, dude, rock it, man. No big deal. For me, no good. Okay. I take a short when price is at, near, or above yesterday's high. I take a long when it's at, near, or above yesterday's low. I'm only allowed to trade within this hour. How do I know if it's near? Because at and above is a fact. Near is, well, how do I know? Take your fib tool. If I'm going to go, if I'm looking to see, can I take a short here? Grab it from your direction, pull it all the way down. And there we go. Was price, I'm not talking about the actual candle, but like, was price there? Was it there? Yes, it was. Take a short. Not at here, blindly. Wait for your red candle, okay? And then reverse all those steps for long. Stop goes at the other side of that candle, 1-to-1. You just made yourself 4.5% a month, okay? I know that's 1 month of data. I showed you that I had a bunch of other data in there, but I wanted to keep this really simple. The key for me to trade properly is going to be simple. Simple, 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 simple. Thank you for watching. I think this video added a lot of value, and please, if I added any value, like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you're working on, what's working for you, what did you hate about the video, love about the video. Let me know. Catch you later.